Oh my stars and garters! Who said that? Welcome to Origins, where we go over the origins of your favorite superheroes and villains. Today we're going to be continuing Mutant Mondays, and we're going to be continuing our exploration of the original X-Men roster in order to get you ready for our future videos all about the all-new X-Men. This week we're going to be looking at the origin of one of the strangest of all of the X-Men, and that is Hank McCoy, also known as Beast. The story of Hank McCoy begins with the heroic act of his father, Norton McCoy, who worked in a nuclear power plant in Dundee, Illinois, where an accident took place. Norton, being a hard-working stand-up man, saved the plant from a complete meltdown by acting as a hero. However, the exposure to the radiation had an effect on him, and the effects of the radiation would not be known until much later when he discovered that his wife Edna was pregnant. The doctor who delivered the baby warned them that their unborn child might be affected by the radiation that Norton was exposed to, and all they could do was wait to see if the ill omen would ring true. Months later, Edna gave birth to Henry McCoy, and it did not seem like he suffered any horrible mutations after all. Well, save for the fact that the young Henry seemed to have overly large feet and hands. Soon they would discover that he was a physical prodigy, displaying superhuman agility and strength. While it didn't seem to be a great burden, it would change his life forever. In high school, Henry studied hard, displaying a high level of intelligence. His vocabulary was superb, and he would often tutor many of his classmates. One day, he was watching a football practice and the team was lousy. The coach saw that Henry was a physical prodigy and he asked him to kick a football, which he did with great strength and accuracy. It wouldn't be long before Hank McCoy became a star football player for his high school team. He would end up leading them to many great victories. During one of the sold-out games, some criminals got the foolish idea to rob the box office, and Hank was there to apprehend the meddlesome morons. Once again, he was a local hero and celebrated by the community, but little did he know that he was being observed by the criminal mastermind known as the Conquistador. The villain's plan was simple. He would kidnap Hank's parents and force Hank to do a heist against his will. A heist to steal a miniaturized nuclear power generator that would give him near infinite power. With Hank's parents kidnapped, the malicious plan was enacted, and Hank had no choice but to surrender to the mercy of the Conquistador. Thankfully, there was a group of people looking out for the prodigy. Using a strange device called Cerebro, the man known as Professor X sent his newly formed team of X-Men to assist Hank McCoy. With the help of Cyclops, Angel, and Iceman, they were able to easily defeat the Conquistador and rescue Hank's parents. As for the Conquistador himself, well, Professor X used his mental powers to overcharge a mini power generator and completely evaporate the would-be criminal mastermind. Shortly after that, Hank McCoy joined the X-Men, so Professor X used his power to erase any memories of Hank McCoy's athletic prowess from the citizens of his hometown. So with his normal life behind him, he begins a new journey where he will become a beast of a hero like his father before him. Beast is very interesting because unlike most other mutants whose power ignites in their adolescence, Hank's happened at birth. He was born with elongated limbs, which makes his skeletal and muscular systems very similar to that of a gorilla. It gives him the normal superhero superpowered attributes that we're all familiar with, but he also possesses a high level of dexterity in his feet, allowing him to use them almost as another set of hands. Handy indeed. Additionally, he possesses a superior intellect which he uses to be one of the leading biochemists in the Marvel Universe. He's also a vicarious literary reader, which allows him to have an expanded vocabulary and makes him the most eloquent speakers amongst the Homo superior. So now you might be asking, what about that blue fur, and what about that cat phase, and what about all that other stuff that happened to him? Well, in future videos, we hope to answer most of your questions, but for now, all you really need to know is that those are his secondary and third and fourth mutations. He has more mutations. So what do you think of the mutant known as Beast? Is he living proof that not all beasts are to be feared? Tell us what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you again in 7 days for another Mutant Monday. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian. And if you like this video, you might like the other ones on the screen, so check them out.